Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to be taking a little detour from our traditional ML and we'll start talking about GenAI based MLOps experiment, or rather, we should call them as GenAI ops or LLMOps. You can call it whatever you want, but the key thing is to master the fundamentals so that whatever the outside world calls it, you know what you have to do. Okay. So, the first topic that we need to cover is how does GenAI ops differ from traditional ML ops? Now, in ML ops, there is this thing called machine learning model that gets replaced by prompts in LLM ops. Because essentially, what you have to do is just like models can be random, models can be, can not be very deterministic, they are probabilistic. Just like that, prompts can also be probabilistic. It's very simplistic explanation, I know, but it gives you a clear difference between GenAI ops and ML ops. So LLM ops, uh, in LLM ops, we need a way to manage prompts, just like we had to manage models in the ML ops. Now, to manage models, MLflow provided you with the model registry, and you must be guessing it right. To manage prompts, MLflow is providing you with the prompt registry. So let me quickly start the MLflow server and show you what exactly I mean by that. So let's open Chrome and open this server. Okay, so you see these prompts. If I go here, you will see some prompts which already got created when I was playing with this concept in MLflow. But we can come here and we can create prompt. Okay, we can provide the name of the prompt. We can choose the type of the prompt, whether it is text based and chat based. And I'll show you what exactly both of these mean. I will provide the prompt. I will provide the commit message. So essentially what happens is you get to version your prompts. You can create multiple prompt versions. So suppose we are building a question and answering or frequently answered questions FAQ bot. Okay, we are building FAQ bot and we are trying to optimize and create the best prompts. So how can we go about it? So we have named this prompt as FAQ bot. Now under it we can basically define what is known as prompt template. Now that prompt template will be replaced by the actual variable that we need to inject within the prompt. But let's start with the text based prompt and I'll tell you what chat based prompt looks like. Or maybe I can show you. In chat based, we can have, similar to how we call OpenAI's API, we can have various type of roles: user based, system based, and assistant based. And for these roles, we can basically have different sort of you can say messages. Okay, so let's go with text based prompt and let's write it down. Okay, so you are a helpful assistant who answers the provided question concisely and precisely. Okay, so this is the prompt, and now let us write that the question will be here, and here we will write the placeholder as suggested by MLflow. We will write question as the placeholder. Now later you will see how we can replace this question, but for now we are just creating prompts. We are not seeing how we will be basically loading this prompt and passing it to OpenAI or whatever LLM you are using. I'll use the commit message to basically track. So version 1. Okay, so let's create it. So we just added a new prompt and it is a version 1 prompt. Okay, all right, so it is a version 1 prompt. Now what is the next step? Next step would be to basically try out this prompt and evaluate it. We can evaluate it, or we can evaluate multiple prompt versions. I can create one more version of this prompt. So you see this same prompt appearing because I can edit it now. So I can say something like answer the question only in English. Second, answer should be under 3 seconds. Oh, sorry, 3 sentences. Okay, and that there are more things we can add, and if I can create it, you will see version 2 is added. Okay, now I have the ability to compare prompts. So if I click on compare, automatically these two versions are selected, and we see color highlighting of what is added in the version 2. If let's say I have got one more version, then I will get the ability to select one prompt for the comparison with the another one. Okay, so this is how MLflow is providing you with the prompt management, or rather I should say prompt registry, just like it provided you with the model registry. Now what you can do is you can create and load these prompts through Python SDK. You can actually, so what the process that I showed you from UI, you can replicate this exact process through the Python also, and I'll show you that in a moment. Okay, so now let's try to create a prompt just for the sake of it to show the demonstration. So I will create lecture 8.py and I'll create a new shell here. And here let's import MLflow, and inside MLflow let's define prompt version 1. Now this time I won't be touching this frequently asked questions bot prompt. I'll be creating a new prompt. So let's get started with that. So prompt version 1 would be, I will create a new line, and I'll probably escape the first one, and then I'll write you are a helpful, or maybe let me grab this entire thing because I should not be typing it right now. Okay, so yeah, so this is my prompt. Let me get rid of this. So this is my prompt version 1. Now what I can do is I can do something like MLflow.GenAI dot save let me type prompt. I think it was load prompt, not load, register prompt, sorry. Register prompt. So inside it we have to pass name first. So name would be what? Just like this, I can have frequently answered question bot. Now if I use this same exact name, what MLflow is going to do is it will register one more version. So that's why I will be, so it's just like MLflow models. I will be using first, and next we can provide the template. Template would be this string. Okay, and we can provide commit message here. Commit message, the way we provided message in the UI, we can provide it here also. Version 1 prompt. Okay, now if I run this, we should be able to see our prompt in the prompts. So you see frequently answered question bot 1 that we just created, and we are seeing this prompt, right? Okay, so what is the next step? Next step is going to be loading the prompt. How can we load the prompt? Now obviously I want to get rid of this now. Okay, so let me maybe comment it out for now. Now suppose you are working in an organization setting where maybe, I don't know, 100 of people are working on a project, or working as a data scientist or GenAI specialist, and they are all trying out their own prompts. And prompt building is much more easier, I would say, than model building. So hence prompt can be built not just by data scientists, but can be built by other folks, maybe product specialists or maybe managers. So there will be a lot of prompts appearing, and MLflow can provide a centralized place where all those prompts can go. Okay, and they don't need to do it through Python. They can create a prompt from here as well. Now, suppose you know a given prompt is best one performing. For now, let's assume that we know uh, from our experience that given prompt is working best. Now, how can we go about actually loading the prompt? And finally, after loading the prompt, we should be able to use it also. When I say use it, I should be able to use that prompt and pass it in a LLM. And I'll show you that in a moment. So let's try to load this frequently answered questions bot using Python. So how can I do that? So I'll do something like MLflow dot GenAI dot load prompt. And inside here, I need to provide name or the URI. I can either provide the name, that is this, or URI. And URI follows just like models, it follows something like this: prompts, the name of the prompt. So if I use the name here, and then version. Let's load the first version for now. After loading the prompt, what I can do is I can save it in a variable. Now let's try to print it out. How does it look like? Can you try to guess how will this prompt be looking like? Let's see. So if I run this, so this prompt is looking something like prompt version, name, version, and template is only given. Some characters of templates are displayed here. Now, how can I actually use it? So what I can do is I can call prompt.format. Now inside this, I can provide all the placeholders that I have used here. So let's pass questions here. How is the weather like? Okay. So now what do you think will happen? Let's run this. What it will do is it will take my prompt and it will inject this question variable that I passed. So prompt.format question. So you are a helpful assistant who answers the provided question concisely and precisely. Question is, how is the weather like? Now let's extend this, and let's register one more prompt version. So let me comment this out first. And this time I'll be using frequently answer bot 1, the original one, and in the prompt version 1, or maybe I can rename this to version 3. In place of question, I would want one additional variable passed here. So what can I pass? Username. Okay, user name. Okay, now what I can do is, first of all, I need to register this prompt. Let's register it first. Okay, if I reload this now, I will have this prompt, which also expects a username. Now let us comment out our prompt registration code, and let's uncomment the prompt loading code. So now, besides the question, we need to pass the username. But let's see what happens if we don't pass the username. Okay, it basically, okay, no, sorry. I think I need to change the version also, no? Okay, so it says this, that is missing variables. Now what I can do is, I have two ways to solve this. Either I can provide a user name. Let's provide Rahul. Okay, and let's run this. It should solve the issue, right? Or and Rahul. Or what I can do is I can get rid of this and I can do something like allow partial is equal to true. In that case also, this will solve the error. So here, okay, one second. Yeah, so in here what happens is, what you get now from the prompt is not the text but a prompt version only. So it was not able to render it properly. Okay, so I hope you are able to see how we can load the prompt. But now let us see how we can actually use the prompt. That we will be seeing in the next video. So in this video, the purpose was to show you how prompt management works and how it is similar to model management that we already are familiar with from our earlier lectures. In the next video, we'll be talking about how to load the prompt and also use it with, let's say, OpenAI's API. Thank you so much.